Hey guys, this is a Skier task guide for serious allegations. For this task, we do have to locate and obtain the hard drive at the old house on Shoreline, and then survive an extract to hand the hard drive over to Skier. So here's a map of Shoreline, and where we do have to go for this task is to the northwest part of the map, primarily to the swamp, but you may also have to go and check the building next to the cottages area. And this task does have 10 potential spawns across the 6 buildings that I do have marked on this map. And these are the spawns that I am currently aware of at the time that I am making this video. There could actually be more, but I will end up showing you guys the ones that I do know about in a raid now. So my PMC is here on Shoreline at the swamp area, and the church is just here to my left. So if I do turn directly around, then we will go into building that I had marked as number 1. Inside of here, then there will be 2 spawns that we can look for. The first one being on the left-hand side of the building underneath this broken table just next to the bookshelf. As mentioned, there is a second spawn in here that will be immediately to the right corner when you do enter into this room, and it is going to be in between the crate and the wall. So after we check both the potential spawns in here, then I will take us out to the second house. Just be cautious as you do move around the swamp, and just try to avoid any of the watered areas, since if you do walk into any water, then you will slow to a turtle pace immediately and become an easy headshot for somebody who is lurking and camping the area, which is going to be very common at the moment because of this new task. So heading into building number 2, there will be 2 more spawns to check for, with one being in the far right corner in the bottom shelf of the bookcase, just tucked to the right. And then the other potential spawn in this building will be on the left-hand side, where you will notice a mattress on the floor. On this mattress, it will be on the left-hand side. There can also be a grenade case that does spawn on the mattress, so if it did spawn in the raid for you, then it will be on the left-hand side of this grenade case. Now, as we do move over to building number 3, then we are again going to have 2 potential spawns to check for inside of this house. In here, the first one will be in the far right-hand corner inside of these tall stack of pallets on the left-hand side, about 3 down, and I will have a picture of what it looks like when the task is active. And then as you are going to leave this house, then you will actually see another pallet stack that is going to be on the ground, and the other potential spawn is going to be tucked in the right-hand corner of one of the ones that is on the ground. And again, I will have a picture of what it looks like when the task is active. So after we finish here, then we will be moving on to building number 4, where we will have 1 more spawn to check for. And again, just make sure to maneuver around the marshy wet areas to avoid becoming a snail. And as we do enter into this house, then you will see another pallet stack directly ahead of you, and the hard drive can be tucked inside of it. And again, I will post another picture of how it looks with the task active. And then we will be moving on to the 5th building, where we will have 2 more potential spawns for us to check for. And this 5th building is the house with the dead scav up on the hill, where we did have to come previously for the task, the cult part 1, and also courtesy visit. So inside of this house, as we do enter in, both spawns will be on the far right-hand corner. One of them is going to be inside the bookshelf on the bottom shelf right-hand corner. And then the second spawn in this building will actually be just to the left of the bookshelf on the floor in between the wall and the bookshelf itself. Now, after you finish checking all of these buildings, if you weren't able to locate the hard drive, then there was a 6th building with 3 potential spawns posted on the Tarkov wiki recently, and the house is actually located up beside Sanitar's cottages, so I will bring you guys over to this last location now. And at the time that I am making this video, these are all 12 of the known spawns. However, of course, there could always be more, and BSG could also change them in the future. So if you guys do end up finding one that I didn't mention in this guide, then please let me know in the comment section, and then I will likely make an updated guide in the future. So as we enter into this last building, then you will see a pallet leaning up against the wall to your left underneath the window, and the hard drive can be just underneath this pallet. The second spawn in here will be in the opposite corner on the bottom shelf on the right side of this bookcase, and unfortunately I don't have a picture of what this spawn does look like. But the final spawn is going to be to the right of the bookshelf on the floor next to the pillar, and I do actually have a picture of what this one does look like when the task is active. And something to remember after checking this building is to be cautious when you are entering or leaving this area, since it is very close to a potential sanitar spawn. So hopefully you guys found this guide useful, and it does help you to complete this task. Thank you all so much for choosing my guide on this, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day.